Synthetic polymers. We will read today synthetic polymers. Polymers are actually very important substance in our everyday life. Polymers are everywhere. Polymers we use to make bags and different other items, ropes, plastics, different kinds of plastic objects. So first of all, actually we will read that polymerization, how to make polymer. There are two types of polymerization process. First of all, I need to say you the definition of polymerization. Polymerization is the process to make polymer. Polymerization is the process to make polymer. There are two types of polymerization. One is addition polymerization and another one is condensation polymerization. In addition polymerization, many small molecules join together to form a long chain polymer. Small molecules such as ethene. Many ethene molecules join together to form a long chain polymer, which is called polyethene. This is called addition polymerization, and ethene is called monomer and polyethene is called polymer. Ethene, the monomer, is a small molecule and polyethene is a polymer and it is a big molecule or long chain molecule. Look at this. These are all ethene molecule. This is one ethene molecule. This is another ethene molecule. Ethene molecules are here. There is no connection between them. And there is a double bond in each ethene molecule. So this, due to high pressure, due to heat and high pressure, high temperature and pressure, this double bond breaks and bond forms here between this carbon and this carbon. Bond forms here and it has also bond. It has also bond here. Double bond breaks and all single bond forms. And this double bond, you see, it breaks. All single bond form. This is polyethene. And the process is called addition polymerization. The formula can be written like this. This is the equation. This is the equation. It can be written like this. That is ethene. N equals to, it can be long number. It is a large number. And it is a reactant, a monomer. And this is the product, the polymer. N must be given before the reactant, and here N must be given after the product. And look at the bracket style and bond. You have to draw this way. This is polymer, and this is the reaction or equation of addition polymerization. And if it is said that draw the repeat unit of the polymer, then the repeat unit is this. This is the repeat unit of the polymer, this one. This is the monomer, the double bond breaks, and this is the polymer. And this is the repeat unit, it repeats more and more and more. So polythene is very important to make polythene bags. It is flexible and very strong. You can see the polythene bags here. It's flexible and not very strong. I'm sorry. And there is no double bond in the polymer. It means that if you add orange color bromine water, the orange color bromine water would not lose the color. And there are some uses given of polyethylene. Another example that of addition polymerization, this is the reactant or the monomer is propene here. So many propene molecules join together to form the long chain polymer, which is called polypropene. And each propene molecule has double bond. And when they join together, the double bond breaks. And the polymer forms, that is polypropene, it has all single bonds. And look at the structure. You can see the structure properly here in this equation. This is the structure of propene, and look at that, and N is given there before. This is the reaction to show the addition polymerization of propene to polypropene. And this is the polypropene molecule. This is the N, it's a long chain. If you want to show the repeated unit of polypropene, you have to draw like this. This is the repeated unit. Be careful, do not put anything here. It's a long chain and it is the part only. The long chain, it is long chain, many carbons. And the thing that we drawn here, it is just a part. Polypropene is used to make crates, strong ropes that you can see here, written here. So this is the repeated unit. This is the equation. This is the monomer. This is the polymer. Another example of addition polymerization is with chloroethene. Look at the reaction directly. It forms polychloroethene. This is the polymer and this is the monomer. And this is polymer. Polychloroethene. Let us look at the repeated unit of polychloroethene. It is not given in the textbook. Regular, just there are two carbons at first. The structure of ethene. Just one chlorine is attached instead of one hydrogen. That is the structure. Look at this. This is the structure of chloroethene. The monomer is chloroethene here, and the polymer is polychloroethene. This is the repeated unit. Okay. Polychloroethene, repeated unit of polychloroethene. Another example, the fluoroethene. Fluoroethene is the monomer, and is actually there are 4 fluorine atoms. That's why it is actually called tetrafluoroethene. There are 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 fluorine atom in the structure of ethene. 4 hydrogens are replaced by 4 fluorine atoms. That's why it is called tetrafluoroethene, and this is the monomer, definitely. And this is the polymer. So as it is tetrafluoroethene, polymer, just add the poly, the word before tetrafluoroethene, it becomes polytetrafluoroethene. This is the equation, And let me show you the repeated unit, just like before. Just like ethene, just instead of hydrogens, put fluorine atoms. This is polytetrafluoroethene. These diagrams actually we need. These are important, not these. These are not necessary. These are just to make sure that you understand the basic part by seeing these drawings. Like the black or dark gray colored balls are carbon atoms, and the yellow colored balls are fluorine atoms. But it is not necessary, I think. This is good. And polytetrafluoroethene is used to make non-stick coating for pots and pans. It is very unreactive due to strong carbon-fluorine bonds and can be found lining containers for corrosive chemicals. And if you look at this reaction, you can see that it is exactly the same as the polymerization of ethene, except that each hydrogen has been replaced by a fluorine. As in short, it is said PTFE, polytetrafluoroethene, PTFE. So the non-stick coating is made by polytetrafluoroethene. Remember it. Now look at the disposal of addition polymers. And we know the plastic things, plastic materials, bottles, and anything, it can be recycled. It can be recycled, and they are non-biodegradable. They are inert at normal temperature, and non-biodegradable means they cannot be broken by bacteria or microorganisms. And if we just throw them out here and there, they will fill the lands. And plastic bags are very, it's a harmful thing when it mixes up with land, because it decreases the fertility of land and it covers the land. Then it is difficult to cultivate, or it's difficult for plants to grow up in that land. Burning is not a good solution, because if we burn these throughout plastic materials, it would produce carbon dioxide and carbon monoxide gas into the atmosphere, which is harmful, because carbon dioxide and carbon monoxide gases are greenhouse gas. They are responsible for global warming. So disposal them, bury them in landfill site can be a solution, but we need to dig then a big hole into the ground, and they will remain there for thousands of years, as they are unreactive and they are non-biodegradable, and they have strong covalent bonds between them, which is very difficult to break. So recycling plastic things is a good solution. So we must not throw plastic materials outside here and there, but we will store them and we will hand over them to corresponding authority to take these plastic materials and recycle. Now we will read condensation polymerization. Condensation polymerization is actually two or different types of monomers joined together. Two or different types of monomers joined together to form a long chain polymer. You see here is the one monomer is dicarboxylic acid and another monomer is diol. This is kind of alcohol and it is called diol. And you see the box, inside the box there is a long chain. So many dicarboxylic acid molecules, many, do not think one, many dicarboxylic acid molecules and many diol molecules, many, they join together and look at this part forms water. They join together to form a long chain polymer and then extra substance such as water, sometimes other substances. This is called condensation polymerization. And you have to practice to draw this diagram and look at this. This part actually gone as water. There is a carbon and this oxygen, there is a bond. So this carbon and this oxygen would form a bond. Look at this bond is that bond. Carbon and oxygen bond. This part would be gone as water and this carbon and this oxygen would form a bond and that bond is this bond. All right, and this is the newly formed bond. This is the newly formed bond. So these bonds formed and these molecules, water molecules removed from here, this OH and H, they together form H2O, water. So this is the example of condensation polymerization. The thing is that the monomers, two or more different types of monomers, they join together, form a long chain polymer. And extra molecule produced. In this case, it is water, and this is the monomers are dicarboxylic acid. One type of monomer is dicarboxylic acid, and another type of monomer is diol. And the product formed here is the long chain polymer, as you can see. You can also change that dicarboxylic acid replaced by another carboxylic acid, and you can replace the alcohol by another alcohol. That it can be replaced by, this is diol or ethane 1,2-diol, and it can be replaced by propane 1,3-diol, and the dicarboxylic acid also can be replaced, and another polymer can be found. There are two other monomers we can see here in the diagram in figure 29.22. This is ethane 1,2-diol. This is ethane dioic acid. They can be joined together to form the long chain polymer. In this case, this hydrogen and this hydroxide will go to form water. They will be reduced to form water molecule, and the remaining part will join together to form the long chain polymer, as you can see here. This ethane dioic acid is here, and alcohol part is here. And this is the long chain polymer. Okay. And this kind of polymer from alcohol and carboxylic acid, it is called ester or polyester. Look at this. In condensation polymerization, the polymer formed from alcohol and carboxylic acid, it is called polyester. Because normally we know that when alcohol and carboxylic acid mix together, they form ester. As it is a polymer form, so it is polyester. It's kind of polyester. And there are some other examples given here. Look at this. This is another example. Here you see water removed. This is another example. And there are some esters that actually we can make by using substances, that is which can be broken down quickly in nature, and these are called biopolyesters. These are biodegradable polyesters. These are called biopolyesters. You can just mark it here. So this is all about this chapter actually.